Live. Okay, now it says I'm live. Hello, g'day. I've been setting this up for about 10 minutes or so before I went live, and for the first time I tried to schedule it, and it appeared to be going correct, but I don't know if you guys got a notification. Anyway, here we are. I'll just wait for someone to join the stream, and it is now, well, it's just slightly after 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia here. Thought I would do a live stream instead of a video because I have none prepared. But for the benefit of people joining me live, I'll just give it a minute until I see someone in the chat there. Thank you to those of you that will watch this later. Oh, it should be right. Yeah. So, well, I don't know. Do let me know either way. Bit of dust on the lens there. If you had a notification that this was a scheduled live stream, because this is the first time I've tried it. As a matter of fact, this is my very first time using the NBN fiber to the premises connection, which is about 275 megabits per second download. Not so fast upload, but anyway, should be fine. So, I'll start talking for the benefit of people that tune in later. I'll try and move a bit closer here. Ignore the stuff in the background. That doesn't exist. Okay. It's quite warm here. It's it's actually 31 degrees centigrade, which is our language, which makes it pretty warm. It's about, I'd say, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's warmer today than it has been. Well, it's been warm the last few days, but up until very recently here, it's not been too bad, but it's quite warm today. Funnily enough, where I live on top of the hill, because those jacaranda trees were finally removed a few years ago, we now have a very strong, even cold breeze sometimes. Literally just a few nights ago, I was still like watching TV on the lounge, rugged up, jumper, tracksuit pants, my Ugg boots, and a blanket over me. So, yeah, go figure. Anyway, we're not even into summer. We're still in spring here in Australia. I don't know why no one's joining me. I know for a fact Johnny, I just emailed with him and he said he was waiting. So, it says I'm live. Hope you guys find me, or else it'll be a very short live stream. Oh. So, I don't have a video prepared, so I thought I'd do a live stream. Haven't done one for a while. Haven't been doing that many live streams. Put up a poll, as some of you may have seen in my community tab on my channel, saying that, asking, were you interested in a live stream? It's about a 75-25% split. So it's not everyone's bag, as they say. I don't watch many live streams myself. But normally I would have, up until recently, I averaged about 2 proper videos a week. Well, I cut that down a while back to 1. Had nothing really prepared as a video per se this time, so I thought I'd live stream instead. I have many things in mind for future videos that I will do. Some of these have been in my mind for a few years. But, they're not something I can just throw together in 10 minutes. And I want to concentrate, over the next few weeks anyway, you might find that there's a bit of a lack of content on this channel. I'll probably put maybe some short clips on Instagram or TikTok even, neither one of which I use all that often. But you'll find little clips there that I don't think warrant putting on my YouTube channel. So, the reason for that is I've decided to concentrate, as we're now heading fast towards the end of the year, on putting together this swimming pool video that must be heading towards 2 years ago I started. Thanks very much, Johnny, for suggesting that. It's been a real pain because I have that many clips I've already filmed in the past. I've decided I will. This has been racking around in my head for a couple of years. Will I make it one big long video, or will I split it? So I've decided to split it into two parts. The first, hopefully, I've still got bits to film to tie it together, will be telling you the benefits of and the pros and cons of owning a swimming pool. The second part, I'll try and concentrate on showing you how to save money and do certain things yourself, which for those of you that pay someone to do it, well, you don't really need to. You can save a lot of money if you do it yourself. Anyway, the point is I've decided to really knuckle down and do that over the next few weeks. Get the video out there, or videos, and then I'll settle back to making some more sort of normal content. I'm hoping this is live. It says I am. I've got the live chat thing there ticked. Got top chat. I see no one's even watching, so I don't know what's going on. It says I'm the only participant. Well, this could be a complete bust. Let me just forgive me for a sec. I'll switch over to another screen and see if it's even showing up on my channel. It must be. Well, it's going somewhere. Where's my trailers? Let's go into YouTube Studio. Content. Oh, you're kidding. It says unlisted. Make it public. Well, last time I tried that. Unreal. Unreal. All right. Okay. This is a complete bust. For some reason, I had it as unlisted. I've just waffled on for 7 minutes now until I checked another tab. And yeah, it's showing live on my screen here. And I was wondering, where is everyone? I know Johnny was waiting to see the stream. I don't know what you guys have seen, maybe 6 minutes of black. I do not know. My apologies, whether you're watching a replay or live. I tried, I'll have to say this over again. I tried 10 or 15 minutes before I went live, just after 2 p.m, Brisbane, Queensland, Australia time here. And it's now 9 minutes past. I tried to set it up as a like a scheduled thing, and it went live at 2 p.m. Clearly it went live, and even though I checked everything that it would be live to the public, I had it unlisted. I just found by clicking another screen. Well, this is one of those moments you wish you could rewind time. So this is all I can do. See if anyone joins the stream now. Okay, I've got see no one else here. Live chat. Oh, no wonder I've given up doing live streams very often. Okay, well, I'll wait a bit. Look, if you're watching this, I don't blame you to have turned off already, because, yeah, we had 7 minutes of something. Well, if you're watching the live stream replay, you probably saw me start from the beginning, but if you're waiting for me to be live, clearly it didn't show. I don't know. I'm not going to repeat everything. You just have to work it out. I don't even know if this is working. It will be the world's shortest live stream. So, yeah, I won't read. Oh, thank God. You had to click the notification, did you, Johnny? All right. I don't know, mate, what's going on. I was just saying, I was sat here for 7 minutes, as you know, because I just emailed with Johnny saying I'm going live shortly, and he said, I know, that's why I'm waiting up. I set it up to schedule and come up at 2 p.m. Last time I ever tried that, I think, my sea prints, because even though I had everything set up to go public, after like 6 minutes, I opened another screen and checked. It said it was unlisted, so I changed that. Oh, what a mess. Anyway, I know for a fact I'm live now. So, Johnny, g'day, mate. Of course, you're the first one here. I don't know what happened, but that's it. A complete bust of a live stream. I wish I could press a button and disappear. But unfortunately, I'm not editing this, so I can't make that happen. Okay, so just to recap, thanks for everyone that's watching the replay, which most of you will do because apparently this wasn't that obvious. I made great pre-live comments. Okay, yeah, well, I said welcome and they disappeared. I never saw your comments. Maybe they'll show up in the replay in 12 hours. So I was just saying it's fairly warm here. It's let's see the temperature here. It's actually even warmer. It's over 31 degrees centigrade, which is about 89 degrees Fahrenheit in your language. So anyway, it's fairly warm. Hasn't been too warm until the last few days because some nights, I was just saying, in my lounge room, there's basically nothing to stop the breeze coming all the way. I can see the city. And especially since the jacaranda trees were cut down a few years ago, thankfully, there's no windbreak at all. So some nights, literally, even though we're this late into the year, I've been rugged up, jumper, tracksuit, pants, Ugg boots, and a blanket. Freezing cold wind. A few nights ago, it was like a cyclonic wind. Crazy weather. Crazy events too, which is, if I've titled it correctly, current events. I thought, just to recap, I have no proper video set up to publish, so I thought I'd try a live stream. We had about a 75-25% vote of people that were interested, so maybe live streams aren't that popular anymore. Yeah, you're right, mate. Anyway, I've been out, had my lunch, had fish. Didn't do that yesterday because the lady of the house was she was working for the AEC and the voting. Aussies especially will know that we had a referendum yesterday. Long story short, it was like voting. Well, it was voting, but not for, a different party. It was, I won't go into it. I almost made a video about it, but I thought it's such a contentious issue. It doesn't really fit with the channel. I did have a chat in comments to Will about it a bit. Yeah, well, I never disappeared. So, yeah, there was that. The result, by the way, if you don't know, was an overwhelming no in all states except the Australian Capital Territory. So, yeah, long story short, the vote was a no. The stats are something like $450 million it cost to run this referendum, which I'm sure could have been put to much better use than campaigning and printing out paper and all that. Anyway, it is what it is. G'day, Russell. How you going, mate? Sorry, as typical of me, I've had a live stream that started off a complete schmozzle. Yeah. All right. Yeah, well, there's a lot to it, mate. I won't go into it. I was going to make a video and I've decided against it. It's a bit like I've titled the live stream current events because there are a lot of things going on in the world, of course. No, you're not late, mate. It's me. I started the live stream and I didn't make it public for 7 minutes, unbeknown to me. So, yeah, of course, we've got some very bad stuff happening over in Israel, Palestine, Gaza Strip. You all know about that. Very embarrassing too, because it's worldwide, all the protests, and embarrassing as hell, the fact that it's made worldwide news that the one they had last weekend in Sydney, they had a couple of complete, I don't want to use foul language on this live stream, knobs that started to shout out extremely offensive anti-Semitic chants for, I believe it was less than a minute. But of course, those headlines made the world. So I can't quite work it out. I won't get too political, but we know what's going on. And for whatever reason, I hope it's finally resolved. But it won't ever be. It's been going on for a lot longer than most people realise. And it's deeply complex. All I'll say is what I always say when there's a conflict, whether it's Russia, Ukraine, whatever, I feel for the majority of the people that are caught up in it. Okay. And I'm sure it's the same over there, where most normal, sane people, most, just want peace. But you know what? A long time ago, I looked up the statistics, and this was decades ago. Maybe it was even when I was in school. I don't think it's changed. I think there's been the last 700 years. I mean, you can Google this for the current stats. There's been one day where there was peace, as in no fighting, anywhere on the planet. Just one day. So, what a world we live in, hey? All right. Yeah, it sure did, mate. We made us look terrible. That is not the way we all feel, of course. Any sane person would realise that most people aren't like that here in Australia or anywhere in the world. Right. So thanks to you guys that have joined me live finally. My fault, as usual. And once again, thanks especially to those that are watching the live stream. If you've got this far on replay, because I'm hoping the first 7 minutes weren't just a black screen. Anyway, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. 4 people watching now. Thanks for joining me. So, anyone want to make any comments? I don't even know now what I said. If I was even publicly live when I was talking about there may be a bit of a lull for a few weeks in normal videos from me, because I'm going to knuckle down and focus on trying to get the swimming pool series, 2-part series I've finally decided. Swimming pool maintenance, whether you should or shouldn't own a pool video that I started shooting probably a year and a half plus ago. Thanks to you, Johnny, for suggesting it. Don't suggest anything ever again. Joking. But yeah, so much footage to knit together. In fact, I'd already done an outro, as they call it, or an intro or outro. I forget which one. I think it was the intro. Winter before last, maybe it was, where I was all rugged up and edited together. And I reshot that the other day, different, but I thought, well, this one's better. So that's all that editing for that I've done ages ago. Going into the can, as they say, I won't use it. So I want to get that out of the way before the end of the year, because I've been talking about it for a long time. It's just so much footage. If I could share my screen somehow, I'd just show you the massive folder of videos I've filmed in there of how to do this, that, and the other with the pool. It's not been easy. So I want to knock that out the way. Then, of course, at the end of the year, I'm again going to risk my channel by putting the outtakes, which I always look forward to. But I always think, I hope I don't lose too many subscribers when they see me swearing in it. Outtakes and behind the scenes, which you guys know about. So I've got a ton of those to put together too. So yeah, I may put a couple of clips on Instagram or TikTok. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, unless it's something substantial, I probably won't put it on YouTube as a short. I don't find YouTube shorts do very well anymore. They did for a while. But I don't think a lot of people like them. Some do, probably the younger generation, maybe. That's probably a blanket statement. Let's catch up with the reading for a minute. Well, yes, YouTube certified expert. Spent a few months getting that accreditation, and I can't work out how to make it go live with a schedule. How embarrassing. All right. Chat amongst yourself while I have a read. Yep. Oh, yeah, Russell, I thought you said magpies for a sec. I'll comment on that in a minute. Yeah, I know about AI. Oh, Adobe has one, do they? Okay, well, I don't keep up with all the trends. All right. Well, if you're watching the replay, probably 12 plus hours from now, you'll be able to see the text there in the chat. So far, we only have six people watching. Come on in. Join the chat. I appreciate you stopping by. 4 people. Oh, well, that was quick. And the time I said that to disappeared. Anyway, we've got 4. Just come on in. Join the chat. You should be able to work out how to do it. Then you look over here. On my screen's over here. Maybe it's there for you. You'll see live chat, and you just click so you can see live chat rather than fan funding or Top Chat, and you'll be able to watch the replay. Welcome to live chats, eh? No, I thought you said magpies, Russell. I was just going to add, and maybe this might end up as a short clip or something. Those of you that are familiar with my magpie family, which I was just out feeding when we got home, Bumpy, one of the little ones, has started to get a couple of black feathers on his chest, his or her chest, and even on the wingtips. So I've been chatting to him just before I set up here, and I said, "You're going to be a real magpie soon." Yeah, it'll be weird seeing him black and white. I'll show you the transition of that in due course. So far, no news on what I assume Dad Pie and Pie had some more eggs that hatched, and I assume the fledglings are at least partially feathered and doing little training flights, because lately Mum and Dad Magpie have not been here at the same time. They'll sort of take turns. So I'm guessing in my weird head that they don't want to leave them alone when they're on the verge of maybe falling out of the nest. So hopefully in due course you'll find some more magpies join the family. Yeah. Oh, I heard a term for that the other day, guys. AI, and someone said, "You mean artificial intelligence?" And they said, "What did they say? Actual intelligence." Well, that's becoming rare, isn't it? Actual intelligence. Okay, yeah. Well, during the breeding season, they will. Yeah, for sure. And nesting season. I don't know if it's right, but my mate Troy came around. I haven't seen him for ages. Came around the other week and we had a chat. He said the currawongs, which you've seen in my videos, which I think look better than magpies, why there's a big rift between currawongs and magpies, he reckons that currawongs go to the magpie nest and destroy the eggs, not eat them, but just destroy them. In other words, be real shit. So if that's true, I can see why they don't get on too well. Nature can be horrible, can't it? You haven't tried it. I have. It's interesting, Russ. Just go to Chat GPT. It's interesting. I've even used it, like probably most people have, as suggestions for descriptions under videos on YouTube in the last 6 months. I usually just use my own, but sometimes, and you can modify it. I haven't found it particularly good results by using AI. I've even used it for suggesting tags and hashtags. I have not found it was a great benefit. But anyway, that's just one use of it. Oh, sorry, I'm just crossing my legs here. I'll bring this closer. I did try and actually, well, now I can trim out the cupboard. There you go. The cupboard never existed. It was a saying. I did try and do something or other. We'll leave it at that. I have no idea what I was talking about. Yeah, well, apparently I've not really gone into the AI programs all that much, but apparently you can use it to write great big papers or essays, whatever you want. And I heard they were somehow going to try and stop students from using it, because obviously you just say, write me an essay about, how the earth works or something. Copy paste. There you go, teacher. It's like the modern day version of cheating. Who remembers having to do lines in school for whatever reason? The teacher would say, write 1,000 lines, I must be good in class or whatever. Well, if you do remember that, a couple of us found a little hack, as you'd call it these days, a little cheat, which I'm sure the teachers could tell. You'd get a couple of pens. I'm just grabbing these two here, but you get a couple of pens, right? Level. Sticky tape them together, and then when you wrote, I must be good in class, you'd get 2 lines. Well, some of us worked out we had like 10 pens taped together, so it'd be 10 lines for the price of doing one writing. Of course, all those 10 looked identical, like photocopies, so I'm pretty sure the teachers were awake to it, but they said do 1,000 lines. We did 1,000. The fact that only took us 100 lines to write. Technicality. Yeah, well. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's called something else. It is AI. It's DAL-E. Yeah, it's quite clever. I've only played with a couple of thumbnails for videos to see what it would come up with. It's not that user friendly for me, but I'm sure if you spent time with it, you could find something interesting. Yeah, there's all sorts of AI. Most look, I did a paid, I don't know what you call it, workshop thing the other day on Microsoft Teams, and we were talking about. I won't say the organisation, but they're talking about designing a chat support thing. And I was saying, as far as I know, it's all AI. But apparently, with this particular mob, no reflection on the recent vote here, this particular organisation, let's say, they do actually have the facility to cross over and the little chat support to a real person that has a bit more expertise. And I said to them, well, I would have never assumed that. I always assume it's just a robot AI. So, yeah, and I'm pretty sure it is with Google and YouTube, because there's no way they could employ millions of people to, pretty speedily answer your tech help chat problem thing. But yeah, so bear that in mind anyway. Anyway, I digress. Chat tip here. Yeah, it's funny, the world, isn't it? I was saying, I rang my sister yesterday and I was saying, well, she said what I always say. I'm glad I was born the time I was, in one respect, because it lets me see how crazy the world is now and has been at a fast accelerating rate for a long time, actually. At least probably the last 20 years. Every couple of years, I remember it's like something fairly radical would happen and change forever. But as we know, in the last 3 or 4 years, we had that thing that went around the world and made some people sick. Dare not even say the word because it may be demonetized. Who knows? Well, that changed a lot of the world, didn't it? A lot. And you still see people wearing, it's changed people's attitudes. And aside from that, I did the video about gender identity a while back. Again, that's a bit of a sidetrack to the majority of content that I make. But that sort of mentality has changed the whole world. The minority tries to dictate to the majority, and they teach it in schools now. So it's literally insane, the world. It's usually, look, to be honest, a couple of psychopaths running certain companies and corporations and political roles. They've got these weird things in their head, and they, push it downhill where people have to toe the line and pass on this weird thinking, until it becomes normal to people. And they teach it in school, so the kids grow up thinking it's a normal thing. It's not. So the world's fast gone crazy. But as I was saying, I'm glad I was born when I was. I'm still in my 50s just. But I saw the world was much simpler. I guess it was always complex, but it was much simpler compared to now. The juxtaposition to that is, I find, and a lot of you probably do too, most of you are relatively similar in age, plus or minus X amount of years to myself. The juxtaposition is, if you let it, and it's hard not to, if you take it on board, then it can be quite depressing when you think, this world's nuts. Why are people letting it happen? So that's the downside of it. It's like technology. Look, overall technology is brilliant. I mean, look, I can sit here and chat to you guys live. Am I still live? Yes. But that's brilliant. But there's downsides of technology. One of those is what you were talking about there, artificial intelligence. In ways, it's good. the potential of the future that people worry about. How many jobs will be lost eventually? I don't know. All sorts of scenarios that I've imagined, but yeah. Well, let's hope it doesn't ever get to the Terminator type movies. The point is, the people are letting things go crazy, and it's just nuts. Yeah. Cheers, mate. And cheers to you both. And this is a little water container that was given for my birthday. I use this coaster. See that? Runaway Dream. Rotate a bit faster. Runaway Dream. Now, why show me that? Oh, yeah. There's a girl. Oh, nice bump. That's a coaster the guys in the band gave me when I did that film clip a couple of years ago, where I was the road crew boss. Actually, the girl that was in that with me, she's a better looking figure than this one. But yeah, so Runaway Dream. Online now. It was fun. I made a nice sound. Anyway, so sorry to waffle on. My whole point was no normal video, so I thought I'd do a live stream. And we don't have an awful lot of people. The majority was still in favour of seeing one. And you can see they were correct by the fact we have 3 people watching. I guess the thing is you see how I am not edited. In fact, most things I make, I don't have to edit that heavily, except when I make stuff-ups, of which a lot end up in the end-of-year outtakes reel. And, of course, the other reason I edit normal videos is to make them slightly shorter than they could be, for a good reason. So let's move this around a bit. Yeah, so that's what I'll try to do. As I said, I have a lot of ideas for videos. There's a couple to do with Australia that have been, for quite a number of years, I've been meaning to do. They wouldn't take all that long to make. I just haven't filmed them yet. So I'll do those, but I'll get the swimming pool thing out the way first. Maybe just, I'm not fond of doing YouTube shorts, never have been. For a while, they were like, went crazy, just, oh, it's a nice day. Oh, thousands of views. But, I don't just want to put crap on my channel. It's just me. I mean, some people say a lot of what I put on is crap anyway. But, try my best either to give you a laugh or inform you of something. So not a lot of activity happening here, guys. We now have 5 people watching. A quick g'day to you, because people come and go all the time. They might have missed the g'day. So g'day. Oh, there they go. Drop down again. See, you got to be quick. It's the quick and the dead in this world. So you guys still there? You haven't said anything for a while. I'm slightly off camera here. Hang on. I'll wobble over to the side. There we go. By the way, normally I'd have this office door shut, but behind me is another bedroom. There's 4 bedrooms in the house. Big Eyes the cat is currently laying in, having a bit of a sleep there. Loyal followers checked in for a few minutes. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, maybe spies. I wonder we haven't had any Chinese spies come on. That's all right, mate. Thanks for joining. Look, it's just better than zero, just slightly better than zero. Content is a bit of a video, just touching base with you all. All right, you have a good week, mate, and I'll chat through the week or something. Yeah, so it's just you and me, Johnny, and Russell that's departing. This is the problem, of course. There's no good and bad time when to do a live stream because everyone's on a different time zone, pretty much. And the people that are on my time zone are doing other things, obviously, or just don't feel like watching a boring live stream. So that's life. I don't get offended by it. There may be people that will watch the replay of this. I'm sure there will be. So in which case they think, why don't you say something constructive, Steve? Why are you just waffling on? Because that's me. Have you never had a coffee with me? This is what you will get. Yeah. Oh, well, so I'll start wrapping it up. I didn't want this to be a long video anyway. Of course, I never planned on the first 7 minutes being unlisted. So, yeah, let's just hope things sort themselves out. There's no way it's going to sort themselves out overseas in any peaceful fashion. It's quite disgusting what happened. We all know what happened. Oh, I've got some ads coming up. Well, can't go yet. Ads will run shortly for some viewers. Okay, I enabled monetization, and for the first time I saw there was a feature where it would add them as I was live, which I didn't think it ever did before. Works for me, all right. What time is it there, mate? You're the mathematical brain that can work out times. Oh, what was that? My foot went on the telephone. What time is it there? In America. Or what time is it there, Johnny? That's more your language, isn't it? Because it is now 2:37 where I am in Brisbane, which is let's say it's coming up to 20 minutes to 3 o'clock. I'll assume it's sometime then. Oh, did the ad just finish? Ads inserted. Well, there we go. Welcome back after the ad. 11:37 p.m. That's not too bad. I went to sleep around about 11:30 last night, which is relatively early for me. So I'm guessing the sun's not shining there, Johnny. It's a nice day here, blue sky. I could give you a peek out of the window, but not much to see except my junk at the side of the house here. I'd like to be able to. It'd be great to have a little. Well, I guess you can. Just a little notepad or something where I can hook this camera in, and yeah, I did, eh? Good. That's good on me there, Johnny. And maybe next time I do a live stream, I'll try it on my phone again, out in Studio A, the back deck, and see how it goes. I do prefer the big monitor here on my desk, and well, it looks like this. The monitor, see, and the keyboard, new keyboard, finally. Versus here's an effect I learned at College of Art too. Strobing effect. Look, oh, that looks scarily like a nuclear bomb going off. Look at that. Great autumn day, isn't it? Anyway, I prefer that to sitting out and watching a tiny little telephone screen. Anyway, all right, I'll wrap it up. I appreciate the time people take to watch this, whether it's you guys that watched it live when it finally went live, or watching the replay. I can only press my luck so far, asking you to sit there and go, I'll get to the point. There is no point. I've been to the point, and if you missed it, rewind and watch again. So I'll wrap it up. Johnny, I'll chat to you on email as usual. Little concerned because I made friends about a year ago with his name's Guy from Guy's Pest Control in America. Well, we've been emailing regularly, and for the last probably nearly 2 weeks, suddenly the email's gone dead and there's no reply. And I think he was about your age, Johnny, which is not excessively old, despite what you think. And I'm hoping he's okay. I've tried a few emails, left messages on his YouTube channel, but that'd be really, really stuffed up if something bad happened. Anyway, bad things have happened to me in my life too, and I disappeared for a while. Luckily, no ashtray. Are you kidding? Pfft, this is me. What do you think I was doing when I went live? You kidding? Come on now. I politely put this out prematurely, just when the camera went. Because there's an ashtray. I am an ashtray, and I know you can relate. And yeah, I'm not afraid to light up a smoke since we're this far into the live stream. I was contemplating having a nap. My original thought is put the air conditioning on in the bedroom to freezing and go and have a nap. But I'm not that tired. I managed 8 hours sleep last night, pretty much. So I'm not that tired. I could jump in the pool. It should be about the right temperature now. We'll see what happens. I think I'll put the aircon on and dither around for a little while and maybe have a lie down. See what we're doing. Got some meat defrosting. Got more prawns defrosting. Those prawns I bought 3 kilograms. I don't know what that is in pounds. It's either 6 or 1.5. I don't know which way it goes. And yeah, the ones you saw in the clip, they weren't especially big ones. When I bought this 3 kilogram from the butcher I go to, I broke it up into, I think, 8 bags of smaller groups of prawns. Some of them are like 6 inches long, so they're reasonably sized, but I've had them bigger than that. And that is the size they come. Typically, some are smaller, but they're quite nice tasting. I know my sea prince mentioned they look nothing like the ones they get in the UK. Well, those were tiger prawns. We have banana prawns, or a few types of prawns, basically the same looking thing. Or shrimp to you guys over there, but they're prawns, okay? So notify, yes, make sure you do, Johnny. And I hope that's a long time before that happens. Yeah, okay. Well, let me know if you find an AI way to live longer. Imagine an AI version of me, Max Headroom. Yeah. Well, what they say is nothing certain in life except death and taxes. And well, I've paid my taxes. Come close to death. I'd like to not sign off just yet. not in life, but we'll sign off the live stream. All right. Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't think Craig would join us. I know he's not working, but given it's Sunday, I think him and the princess are off somewhere. From his YouTube short, I saw they often go away to a beach or something when he comes back from work. I'll leave it to him to inform you guys if he ever wants to, but the job he's been doing for probably 6 months, it's fly in, fly out, so it's a week on, week off. So yeah, he'll probably watch the live stream, maybe in bed. And if he's smart, he would have switched off long before now. And that's the nastiest thing I ever heard. All right, that's enough. Enough crap from me. I'll say cheers to you. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Sorry it wasn't that exciting. But if you caught any of the beginning thing, I was reflecting on the fact that, also, we haven't got Alan here. Sometimes Alan from New Zealand joins in. They had an election in New Zealand yesterday. Different political parties now in. And we in Australia, as most of you might know, had a referendum yesterday called The Voice, voting yes or no on something. You can look that up. And yeah, the no's won. The thing is, I hope it's left at that. Okay, we had the referendum, the majority spoke, and that's the way it goes in the supposedly, fair situation. That's what the vote is. So there were reasons that it didn't work, and so be it. Doesn't mean any. The thing is, I don't want people to go away thinking that the majority are racist or something. It wasn't about those, because I don't think the majority are racist against Aboriginals. Not like that at all. Certainly not in my case. Anyway, so we had that, and of course the other thing was that's going on, probably right in the thick of it now as I speak, is the whole Gaza situation. I know that they've at least temporarily stopped the repatriation flights they'd started, getting Australians out of there. They had one flight that Qantas took people to the UK, and now they're going to have to come back via Singapore or whatever. But they cancelled the rest of the flights they had planned. Understandably, because you don't want to be flying a plane when there's rockets flying around. I assume maybe the military, the RAF, Royal Australian Air Force, will help out when they can. But again, like, you don't want to be flying when there's rockets around. So, yeah, I enjoy it too, Johnny, chatting with you. One day we will connect on the phone. I'll answer just in time, but make sure it's planned so I know, because I'd like to chat to you rather than just a voice message. And yeah, don't drink before you ring me, because that first one I got was like, I can't understand this. Replayed it 6 times. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, Johnny. I know you would have been there as soon as I started it, had I made sure everything was clicked, which I thought I did. But anyway, I'll say hi to Puppy Breath, who's also bound to watch this sometime, and g'day to everyone else. My regulars usually that watch the replays. Hope you're all doing well. Drop comments under my videos and connect. But yeah, if there's a lull of proper videos for a little while, a week or two, probably most, it just means I'm editing the stuff I want to get off my mind and off my plate, so I can put those videos up. All right, cheers, and thanks everyone. Have a good evening in your case. On the other side of the planet, it's nearly well, okay. Oh, it's nearly 10 to 3 in the afternoon here, Sunday, in sunny Brisbane. Slight wind, but not too bad. All right, yeah, love you too, mate. Love to all you guys, male and female. And no, I'm not homosexual, but you know what I mean. Yeah, much love to you all. And I really appreciate every last one of you that sticks by me, whether I make interesting content or just a live stream to catch up. A little disappointed there couldn't be more people join us, but, well, what they say, fast game's a good game, or, there's a few sayings that could be fitted in there. All right, I'll shut the live stream down. I'll light up another smoke, and I might have another coffee. All right, see you all soon. And what can I say? Waiting at Woolies. Oh, I've just been past there. Oh, on your phone. Well, this shows how long I waffle on. Okay, I'm just shutting down now, mate. Catch you through the week too. 3 minutes and turn into a pumpkin. Oh, better go. All right, pumpkin head. I heard a tune the other day. It reminded me of the Snoopy theme, I thought I must find that one day. I used to watch Snoopy. Okay, cheers, everyone, and speak to you soon. Thanks once again for staying so long during my stuff up introduction. All right, see ya. Bye. Bye, guys.